No one ever remembered the exact moment he appeared. It was as if he had always been there, part of the city's background, like streetlights or cracked sidewalks. Every weekday morning at exactly 7:40 a.m., a man wearing a faded grey hoodie sat on the same cold metal bench outside the subway entrance on 9th Street. His posture never changed, his eyes never begged, his mouth never asked for sympathy. People walked past him in thousands, office workers rushing to meetings, students glued to their phones, tourists chasing directions, strangers carrying secrets heavier than their bags. To them, he was nothing, and that was exactly how he wanted it. Because invisible people were trusted with the truth without permission. The city talked when it thought no one was listening. Angry phone calls, broken promises, secret deals, confessions spoken under breath. The man on the bench absorbed them all quietly, patiently, like the city itself was confessing its sins to him. His real name was Daniel Cross. Once that name meant something. Once it opened doors. Once people leaned forward when he spoke. Daniel used to walk fast, dressed sharp, carrying confidence like armor. He worked on the 32nd floor of a glass building that reflected the sky. He signed deals worth more money than most people would earn in a lifetime. He believed in systems, logic, rules. He believed intelligence always won. He was wrong. It took one night to erase everything. A rushed contract, a friendly smile, a signature placed with trust instead of suspicion. By the time Daniel realized what had happened, the company accounts were empty. Investors were screaming, and his inbox was full of legal threats. The real thieves vanished like smoke. The media needed a villain. They chose him. Headlines destroyed his reputation before courtrooms ever touched it. His photo was everywhere. Fraud, manipulation, insider crime. Words repeated so often they became truth. Friends stopped answering. Business partners deleted his number. Family members spoke to him like strangers. Daniel fought. Lawyers drained what little money he had left. Years passed. Charges were reduced, then dropped, but the damage was permanent. No apology ever came. No article ever corrected the lie. In the public eye, Daniel Cross was finished. That was the moment he learned a brutal truth. In this world, innocence doesn't matter as much as perception. So Daniel disappeared. He sold what little he had left. He stopped correcting people. He stopped defending himself. He let the city forget him. And in that forgetting, he found something unexpected. Freedom. The bench became his office. Every day, same time, same place. He trained himself to blend into stillness. He learned how not to be noticed. He learned how to look harmless, broken, empty. People spoke freely near him. A banker once argued loudly on the phone about hiding losses. A politician whispered about bribery near the subway steps. A startup founder cried about stealing code from a friend. Daniel wrote everything down at night. Not names at first, just patterns. He wasn't planning revenge. He wasn't planning anything. He was listening. Years passed like this. Then one evening something changed. A woman sat beside him. That never happened. She wore a red coat, expensive but wrinkled, like someone who had slept in it. Her makeup was perfect, but her eyes were tired. The kind of tired money couldn't fix. She kicked off her heels and let out a shaky breath. "They're all fake," she said to no one. Daniel stayed still. "They smile at you while sharpening the knife," she continued. "You give them power, and they use it to bury you." Daniel felt a familiar ache. "You ever feel like that?" she asked suddenly. He turned his head slowly. "Yes," he said. One word, calm, honest. She laughed weakly. "Figures. You look like a man who's seen the worst." Daniel didn't answer. After a moment, she stood up, wiped her face, and walked toward the subway. Before disappearing, she turned back once, looking at him like she wanted to say more, but didn't. Daniel watched her go. That night, he wrote his first name in the notebook in years. Red coat. He didn't know why. Something about her words stuck. Days later, she returned. Same bench, same time. This time, she wasn't broken. She was sharp, focused, dangerous, on the phone. "No, I don't care how you do it," she snapped. "Just make sure it never leaks." Daniel's pen moved. Weeks passed. He noticed patterns around her. The same man in a navy suit meeting her every Thursday. A quiet woman who never faced cameras. A lawyer who spoke in riddles. Daniel didn't assume. He observed. One rainy night, curiosity won. He followed. At a distance, always at a distance, she entered buildings that didn't match her public profile. Offices listed as consulting firms with no signs. Meetings held late at night. Conversations that stopped when phones appeared. Daniel's instincts woke up. Skills he thought were buried. Daniel's instincts woke up. Skills he thought were buried. This wasn't small. One evening he stepped into a public library, cleaned his face, shaved his beard, logged onto a computer. His fingers hesitated, then moved. He hadn't lost it. Within hours, Daniel confirmed his suspicion. Shell companies, offshore accounts, fake losses, real profits hidden deep. The same type of operation that had destroyed him, only bigger, cleaner, protected. And the woman in the red coat? She was one of the architects. Daniel stared at the screen, heart pounding. Life had dragged him through hell, only to place him exactly where he needed to be. Invisible, untouchable, perfect. He didn't rush, he didn't expose them immediately. He waited. He listened more carefully than ever. He collected voices, timelines, proof layered on proof. Months turned into a year. The case built itself. Finally, Daniel made one move. An anonymous package, sent to 3 different journalists, 1 federal office, 1 international watchdog group. No name, just truth. The explosion was immediate. Raids, arrests, headlines louder than the ones that once destroyed him. The woman in the red coat was arrested outside the subway, the same place she had sat beside him. Cameras flashed. She screamed innocence. As they pushed her into the car, her eyes scanned the crowd, and then she saw him. The man on the bench. Still, calm, watching. Understanding crashed into her face. Daniel nodded once. That was enough. He never returned to the bench. No interviews, no credit, no apology asked for, because Daniel Cross had learned something the city never taught openly. Sometimes the most powerful position isn't at the top. It's where no one bothers to look.